following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first in the corner to my left, from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 225 pounds, Bobby Casale. And his opponent to my right, from Worcester, Massachusetts, representing the Beyond Institute of Professional Wrestling, weighing in at 150 pounds, he is professional wrestling's resident handyman, Jake Gray.
Welcome everyone to Wrestling Open Rhode Island. Tonight we present The Finish Line. We are live from Rhodes on the Pawtuxet. I am referee Scott Robinson, joined by Chris Sanders. Chris, as usual, handyman, the size disadvantage, but somehow he seems to overcome it more often than not.
I think one word to describe handyman is grit. But when you're facing somebody like Bobby Casale, such an impressive resume outside of pro wrestling, we're adding it to pro wrestling. You're seeing how the match goes. You see how Bobby rolls, but he's got to watch out for things like this.
Yeah, like you said, relatively new to the game of professional wrestling. Here's a roll-up. Ooh, that was close there. An extensive MMA background. You can even see it with the way he moves. So Handyman is really going to have to have a high motor tonight and stay away from the clutches, because with submissions and strikes, Casale is very dangerous, but Handyman holding his own so far.
He's trying to do whatever it takes. We've seen Bobby originally at Discovery Gauntlet, all the way on Wrestling Open Rhode Island, now against a fan favorite here. Big kick right there. Handyman's doing whatever it takes right now. How do you face someone like Bobby? He's an absolute unit right now.
I mean, I guess the only thing you can do is probably not that, but even though Handyman is also relatively new in his career, you know, I know for a fact that if Handyman survives this, which he might not, you know, Handyman, he's had a lot of matches, especially over the past 6 months or so. So even though there's a size disadvantage, and Handyman, you know, he actually has the experience advantage.
Absolutely.
So
Handyman's been posting all over social media. I think he's averaging over a couple matches a week. Very impressive. Bobby starting back in February's training, and he's been taken all over. You see the strikes earlier, and now we can transition to the kicks. Facing somebody like Bobby, Jake's really got to dig down deep.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, he's used to being the smaller man in the ring, but Casale is kind of a different animal, and it's also like sometimes. Oh, here's another pin, and I'll give it to Casale. He's you know, he's not just beating him up and kind of taunting the card. He's staying on him. He's going for pins. Just very unconventional, because, like you said, he's marrying the MMA style with the pro wrestling. And fans, we have a tremendous card for you tonight. We actually have a second spotlight match, which we'll obviously see in a minute or two. But the finals of the Saturday Cronus Eliminator Cup tournament tonight: Miracle Generation versus Brando Lee and Ichiban.
What a match we have. It all comes down to the finals, but we're talking about all coming down to it. Right now, Casale is absolutely toying around with Handyman. Kick out, but you mentioned earlier, grit is the only word to describe Handyman.
Yeah, he has the grit, he has the perseverance. But Miracle Generation and Brando and Ichiban, this goes back to American Rana back in August. And this obviously goes back even further with Miracle Generation and Ichiban. I mean, they were together at the start of Wrestling Open 4 years ago. So a lot of history, a lot of bad blood. And Miracle Generation looking to be two-time Eliminator Cup champions.
Fighting back from Handyman, we talk about how big it could be for Miracle Gen. First ever two-time. Casale trying to get his first win in Wrestling Open Rhode Island.
Oh, great transition here. Up into the stalling suplex. Handyman trying to kick, you can see. And it actually worked out. Pulls him up here. 1, 2, 3. He got him. Wow. Handyman out of nowhere with the pin.
The time of the fall, 3 minutes, 6 seconds. Here is your winner, the handyman, Jake Gray.
Scott Robinson, 3 minutes in, he outsmarted Casale. How'd he do it?
He just got that roll up. Casale tried to do the stalling suplex, a couple seconds too long, and Handyman took advantage. So fans, stick with us. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with our second spotlight match of the evening.
following Spotlight match is presented by New Age Wrestling. It is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first to my left from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Silver Snake, Richard Adonis. And his opponent to my right, also hailing from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 225 pounds, he is the Hellhound, Jay Skye!
Welcome everyone. Tonight, Wrestling Open Rhode Island presents The Finish Line. We are live from Rhodes on the Pawtuxet. I am referee Scott Robinson, joined by Chris Sanders. And Chris, Richard Adonis versus Jay Skye, you can see they're a little tentative because they are actually tag team partners under normal circumstances.
We talk about members of the Rapture, but I'm curious to see how this plays out. The Hellhound versus the Silver Snake. Scott Robinson, a match like this, you want to get a win, but you want to get that one up against your tag team partner, your best friend, both from Orlando. This match is huge.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what kind of ramifications this could have for the team going forward, but they can't look past that. And tonight, look at, and now here's another thing, Chris. We saw there that, you know, Adonis stuck under the rope, and Skye, you know, he kind of would let his partner get out, but can you be tentative like that?
It's hard in a circumstance like this. Given the nickname the Silver Snake, we heard in the introductions, we saw it too, Adonis, he just felt like he owned the place when he walked in. This is his debut here. So maybe that cocky attitude, is that going to get to him? As right now his tag team partner, known by the Hellhound, he's doing whatever it takes, but you said Adonis, he's hitting the nail on the head right now. Come on now.
Now, okay, so we see him biting. I kind of got the impression that Adonis is kind of into the occult, and that's kind of putting it mildly. Let's just say it's a good thing that the sun isn't out right now. That's all I'm going to say about Adonis. But fans, we mentioned that these two are a tag team. Speaking of tag team action, the Wrestling Open Tag Team Championships will be defended this evening. The Shooter Boys putting the titles on the line against BRG and Ox Adams, the team known as Simply the Best. A rematch from last week went to a no contest. Now the titles are on the line.
Now, Scott Robinson, I can't help but think there could be a possibility that BRG holds gold here in Wrestling Open. We'll never hear the end of it. Mr. Rhode Island, Mr. American Ron, he's had it all. Imagine adding a champion to that.
Yeah, ever since he teamed with Ox Adams, if it's actually possible somehow, if these two are really starting to go at it here, BRG is actually more obnoxious and more confident.
Yeah, you were talking about a confidence boost. Ox Adams, I don't even know if confidence boost is the word to describe it. Ox Adams BRG championship match against Shooter Boys. They have proven, we heard Starstruck say last week, to be fighting champions. And speaking of proving the fight, this match is back and forth right now.
And we see a lot of reversals because, again, these two are a tag team, so they know each other very well. But, oh, man. Adonis just double stomped to the back of Skye's head. So he had the impact of the kick in the back of the head, but also his face slamming into the mat. Two, almost a 3 count, says referee Kevin Shea, and that was a devastating move.
I was just going to ask you, Scott Robinson, you've refereed a lot of matches. Double stomp to the back, simple but effective, and doing whatever it takes to get this win tonight.
Yeah, Adonis really starting to put on the pressure. Fans, we also tonight have a rematch from this past Thursday in Worcester. Gabby Forza and Shaza McKenzie. Shaza choosing to jump Gabby before the match and then also after the match. So a rematch definitely called for tonight.
Not holding enough for Worcester, all the way coming down to Cranston. We talk about a stacked card, Scott. You mentioned Eliminator Cup, Wrestling Open Tag Team Championship, rematch from Shaza and Gabby. Scott, this card is stacked. We've had 2 spotlights, and then that's only kicking off.
And also another match that was announced, Shannon Levangie taking on the Notorious Mimi. Those 2 competitors, not to get ahead of ourselves, they'll be in action next week. They have the opportunity to not only become the WWE ID Women's Champion, but to get a WWE ID contract. That's going to end up being a 6-woman elimination match. So we get a preview.
Stakes are high. Speaking of that, Adonis right now going back and forth with his partner, Hellhound against the Silver Snake. Trading blows back and forth. Huge Larry right there, but wiping out himself as well.
Yeah, the left-handed lariat. 2. Yeah, these two, I think the whole tentative, I'm going to take it easy on my partner thing went out the window a long time ago, and now they're just really starting to lay in some hard shots.
And to go with that, Scott, what do you think the strategy is? Because you can watch all the film you want. This is still your best friend and tag team partner. You need to try to go the extra mile in matches like these.
But then by the same token, you do have to go the extra mile, but you can't, overcompensate and make a mistake. These two, look, just reversal after reversal here. They're really starting to move. But Adonis, he always seems to get the better of these exchanges, and now, second rope moonsault. This has to be it. No! Skye showing some fight.
Kick out from Skye. Adonis can't believe it, but now he has to dig down deep in the arsenal. What can keep his tag team partner down right now? Adonis is looking very impressive, but in Wrestling Open, the win means everything.
It means everything. Both of these men are from the Orlando area, so having to travel up here, but getting a win could mean, getting asked back. But to be honest, I'm already pretty impressed with these two individuals. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back as a tag team.
Stacked tag team division we have in Wrestling Open can always add some new contenders for the Shooter Boys, but they need to get by Ox Adams and BRG tonight. But speaking of getting by,
maybe they won't be a tag team after tonight. Adonis now looking to not only win the match, but really looking to incapacitate his tag team partner, Skye.
Applying the pressure right now and keeping his leg above the head, trying to make it any options unnecessary for him to get out. He's slowly crawling, but is it going to be too late, Scott Robinson?
Oh, here's another roll-up. But see, he couldn't get that second leg over to hook. Duck under. Ooh, full Nelson suplex.
Tried going for a spinning heel kick, kicked it off with a... Oh, here we go, getting fired up right now. Skye and Richard Adonis. This could be the moment he needed.
Going forward again, you saw him try it earlier, and now he hits it. And Skye, definitely a second win here for Skye. Adonis now on the back foot. What could he have in mind? Has him up on the shoulders, maybe a torture rack. Oh no,
burning hammer.
He hit a burning hammer.
Drilling him down for the count.
Right in the middle of the ring.
What a win for Skye.
Come from behind win for Skye.
The time of the fall, 6 minutes, 6 seconds. Here is your winner, the Hellhound, Skye.
Skye, the winner in our second spotlight match here at the Finish Line. Fans, our main event tonight, Marcus Mathers versus Bear Bronson. And the special guest referee is the IWTV champion, Fancy Ryan Clancy. All that and more. We're back live at the top of the hour. It's Wrestling Open, Rhode Island.
Is Ron on